Hi and welcome to the Ancient Oils of Everyday Living. This is Lynette Cum and I am so pleased that you have joined me. Today we're going to learn more about the rosemary essential oil. And there's a lot of really neat properties about them, and one of them is supposed to stimulate hair growth. And it's good for your skin, it's good for your immune system, your nervous system, and I believe your digestive system. I found working with this in the culinary, especially in my lasagnas or spaghettis, that I tend to add a lot more rosemary than what is called for. And I found out that sometimes you're attracted to more herbs because your body is really needing those herbs. We're made from the dust of the earth, so might as well start using some of the natural products that come from the earth. But before I do the hair treatment, I'm going to show you two more things. I'm going to show you how I put my mask together and my bath gels. So you get a 3-for-1 deal with me. So I have cucumber puree with apple, and I just put a little chunk of cucumber. I peeled it and I added an 1/8 of the apple, and it doesn't matter what apple, because the apple, what that does is add more pH balance back into your face, and the cucumbers is very clarifying and is good for your skin. This is oatmeal, and I just put that in my blender and got that all nice and fine. So I'm gonna add some of the oatmeal in here, and I'm going to stir it up. So I want it kind of pasty, and I'm going to just put a little bit of hot water in here because I want all of the oils from the apple and the cucumber to blend. So just a little bit. And then while we discuss the other things, this is going to be nice and perfect. It won't be too hot and it won't be too cool. So I'm going to add a couple drops of rosemary because it's supposed to be really good for your skin, and a couple drops of frankincense. Now last week I used citrus oils to do my mask, but I wasn't going outside, and so this time I am going to be going outside. So you don't want to use citrus oils when you go outside because it tends to make your skin dark, and we'll set that aside. And then I do have a couple of cucumbers saved for over my eyes when I'm soaking, so I like to put a bath gel together as well. And this is the Young Living's bath gel. It's a shower base and gel base, and you can add your own oils to it. Now, it's 100% natural, and I'm just going to add that to my little container because I don't want to add, see, I'm almost out of this. I don't want to add too much because when my little girls, I have a 11-year-old and a 9-year-old, sometimes they go into my shower and use a little much. So I don't want them to do that. So I'll add like 1/4 to 1/2 cup to a little container like this that I purchased at a Walmart for 99 cents. And then I'm just going to add my Australian Blue. If I can get it, there we go. Get that going. And Australian Blue, I love it because it's very mood balancing and it has all of the other ancient oils that I really enjoy. And then here's the peppermint. Just a couple drops. You don't need a whole lot because it's only 1/4, almost 1/2 of my container here. I like to add a couple drops of lavender. I tend not to overdo it with lavender, even though I like it. My girls, like I said, they tend to use my stuff. Maybe I should add more lavender to it. One of my daughters doesn't really care for a lot of lavender, so I'll just put a couple of drops in hers, her mix for the eczema and the sunburn treatment. So, and then I just mix all this together, and then it's ready. So, quick and easy. I combed out my hair with a cool little brush, or comb, and this is what I got from Tanya Sebasta's website. What is it called? Beauty, Ross and Beauty, I think it's called. Anyways, I'll have it posted on the link. And this is made out of, it says here, so I don't forget, sandalwood, pearwood, peachwood, jujube wood, silk floss, and leaf wood. And it's a high pressure that they put it all together, and this is pretty durable, but you don't want to use it in wet hair. What happens is that it flexes. So good qualities that are more natural made, you have to take a little bit more care for it. But I really like using it. See, look how nice it just comes right through. And now I did trim my hair yesterday, and right before the full moon, someone told me just to trim your hair if you want your hair to grow a little faster. So I've been doing that for a long time, but my hair's still stagnant. So I just trimmed off just a little bit, probably not even a quarter inch. And then you can go ahead and comb your hair with your brush, or I've been using this comb, and this is made in China, and they say that when you use the comb like this, it stimulates the capillaries and massages your scalp so that your hair becomes more, harder, more durable, and just more overall healthy hair. So I did that. I went ahead and did that 100 times, because that's the fun thing about your hair, that some of the things that your mama always said, oh, be sure you brush your hair 100 times on both sides, and you're like counting. I used to do that a long time ago, and then I got away from it, so now I'm starting again. So I'm putting just a couple drops of rosemary. Now, rosemary smells really, really good, and it smells so good to me right now. And I found out today in my handy-dandy little book, this is the guide, the reference guide to the essential oils. And this is just a small desk reference. I have another one that's online through Life Science, and that is awesome. It's huge, 300 and even more pages than this. But it says in here that it's tones. Let me get it so I can tell you. Slimming and toning oils. So some of the other oils that's really good for losing weight is grapefruit and sage, lemongrass, orange, basil, lavender, and rosemary. So all of these are really good for weight loss. And they say that you can inhale grapefruit, lemongrass, orange, basil, lavender, and rosemary. So, and is lose weight. So what I'm going to do is, you can inhale it or you can put it in a diffuser. I'm going to put this in the diffuser in the next couple of days and see, if that has anything to do with more weight loss when I check in next week. So, and you can also add the lemongrass, orange, and the grapefruit in the capsule. And right now I'm doing the grapefruit. So, and then you want to drink plenty of water. So that's really cool. So if you find that you are attracted to some of the essential oils or other herbs that are out there, it's probably because your body is really needing it. So this smells really good to me, and that's usually a good sign when something smells really good to you, or you start your mucus starts going in there, drooling over something that you really, really want. More than likely, you're going to need that in your body. So I added all of the, this is just like 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And I mix that because rosemary tends to be a hot oil when it's used on its own. So I like to activate things. And I'm just going to put this in my hair. And I wore a shirt that I don't mind getting oil in right now. So if you have long hair like mine, or longer, you need at least 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil. And then just a couple drops of rosemary. You really don't need a lot. A lot of people tend to overdo it because I don't think they're as sensitive, or, you know, the smell is not heightened to them. But for me and my family, we're very sensitive to scents. And I don't mean that in a bad thing. I mean that we don't need a lot to be applied. So I'm going to run this all over in my hair. And then the next ones, I'm going to put in my fingertips. Now, I just do a massage all over my scalp. And this is when I apply any of my oils to my hair. You want to use your pads of your finger, and you just want to just rub it. And I know when I go and get a massage with somebody else, this is my favorite part, is having them do the scalp massage. And there's different ways that you could do the scalp massage. I like to just, you know, rub everything in, and then I like to kind of stroke it towards the top of my head and the back of my neck, up towards the center. So it feels really good. It smells heavenly. So the rest of my oils, I'm going to be sure to saturate my ends, because I believe that a lot of the oil can be soaked in through the ends, and that's really good to keep you from having split ends. Now, you could do this treatment once a week. I've been doing the oil treatments once a week for many, many years. And until I found my essential oils, I was just using olive oil. But now I'm using all of the wonderful essential oils, because a bottle like this is not very much. Wholesale price is $15, and I think retail price is under $20. So you're still getting a wonderful benefit, and the 15 milliliter bottle contains 300 drops. So that's a lot of drops. If you figure you're only using 2 drops for a mask and 2 drops for an oil, and you do that once a week, that's only 4 drops a week. So you divide that by the 300, and how many do you have? So that's how I kind of compare it to how long my oils are going to last. Now, when I use the pure essential oils like this in my cooking, I will take a toothpick. I'll dip it into it, the essential oil, and then I'll just stir it around in my pasta, or in my the water for my boiling pasta, or, you know, whatever I'm adding it to it. Because believe it or not, just a little dab really will take care of the whole pan that you're fixing. So a little dab will do ya. Now, before I got my capsules, lavender and peppermint are really good for allergies. I would use the toothpick, put it a little bit, just a little bit. I mean, you can even just go on the orifice and just kind of scratch it a little bit on there and put that in your bottled water. And that works really, really well too. So I'm going to use the rest of this and add it in my hair. So the next time I do a video, it will be I'll probably go ahead and do one right away and just not post it on the net, so you can see how my hair turned out. And I've already measured my hair, because that's the whole thing, is doing this for 4 weeks, for 1 whole month. I want to see if it actually stimulates any hair growth. So I'm excited to see that. And then I'm losing hair too, and that's the other thing about stress. They say that when you use this comb, that a lot of people have stopped losing hair. But I know it's kind of natural to lose hair too, just not fistfuls. So I'm looking forward to see what you guys will do. And if you use any other products, I would be happy to have you as a client. you can go to my blog, and I actually started a website. It's still under construction in some things, but it's called Ancient Oils of Scripture, and that is in my profile on YouTube, so you can see that, and then I'll put that link in the links in my blog so that you can go directly there. And that is more about the ancient oils and where I can put more other things about the blessings and some other fun stuff about